It's so doable. Except, can I say something? I think the King of Spells might be the King of Dookie. How about the King of Blood? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Almost said the S word right at the start of the video, man. That would have been bad. Pagoda! You guys ever see like Red Brown movies? You summon imps. It definitely seems to me you would place a demon altar to start getting it buffed as soon as possible. Sturdy troops deal melee area damage. Thinking, give me a warlock. Let's fill the board first. I love that for me. Gain, I mean, +2 damage might be kind of sick too. I don't know. Not sure summons die in the traditional way. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I got an idea though. Put a warlock down. Me when it's tax season. Quicken jockey. Okay, save that for the subreddit, buddy. I don't like any of these, to be honest with you. I'm gonna take an orchard and think about it. I'm gonna put down a mangler. No, we should surround it first. Orchard creates a root that traps enemies 3 roots per level. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna put an orchard down. I've got an idea for what to do with the mangler. But I'm worried that it's gonna... I don't like the idea of it eating the warlocks. Even one time, but... Buffs allies attack based on its own damage. I'd rather have like imps or something. Let's run a spire out there. That's all I got to say. Procreate 9 units to the selected troop. Now I'm feeling better about this. Double the HP of all active troops. I'm going to say buildings apply their effects in extra time, even though we don't have any, like, buildings. And then I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go Mangler here. It ate... Oh, Mangler buffs the altar too, bro. You got to think... Wow, but it's so... Wouldn't we rather get the permanent buff instead of the temporary buff? Yeah, 100% we would. I've made a huge mistake. But what I wanted to do, I definitely want... I want imps and cemeteries. We're gonna need... We're gonna need... I clicked on cemetery. My next thinking was sacrificing this to level 2 things up. And then the warlocks have, like, returned to the party. I don't know. Reddit will perma-ban you for being anti-dog. Okay, can I ask you a question? Why are you anti-dog? Like, anti-bike, I disagree, but I get. Because you did say anti-bike in your comment as well. I understand cyclists can be annoying. But, like, dogs? I'm not even a dog person. I've never owned a dog. I get annoyed with millennials for, like, when they see my kid, they scowl. But when they see a dog, they go, like, oh, OMG, a heckin' big pupper. But, like, the dogs haven't done anything wrong, man. They haven't done anything. I've been bit by 5 dogs. Magressa, you're a mod here. Nothing but respect. You ever think that maybe if you've been bitten by 5 dogs, the problem is kind of like... the call is coming from inside of the house. I hesitated to even say it because it's not fair. But... 5 dogs? I've been bitten by 1 dog, and it was the dog's fault. Now, I guess, like, that same situation could have happened to me 5 times, but I don't know. I think at some point I'd just stop riding my bike by their house, I guess, if I could avoid it. We want more units, because more units dying is good for us. Our tree roots are doing the most damage, man. That's crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. You know, we should probably get cemetery first, though. I don't even know if that'll work right. I still, like, I don't know. It's probably just yet another example of me being, like, the only rational person. Probably just, like, the only real guy on planet Earth. What was I saying? 2% summons imps. Why don't you summon more imps? That sounds good to me. Like, even though I don't like dogs that much. I don't mind them being, like, at the restaurant or the function or whatever. I don't mind a dog in the grocery store. I don't mind a dog at the cafe. Doesn't really bother me. You might say, like, what if they poop? I mean, I don't know. Everybody poops these days. Man, we're really shitty at this game, huh? Can you catch up to the dudes, maybe? They got entangled in the roots! Unit's first hit is always critical. Unit gains 1% damage whenever any plot levels up. Dog poop, the least of our problems up here. That's damn true. If you live in the Pacific Northwest and dog poop is a big problem in your life, you should advocate for property taxes to go up because your neighborhood is... You Shaughnessy motherfucker. Anybody here live? You can't answer this question. This might be TOS. If hypothetically you lived in Shaughnessy, the neighborhood in Vancouver, British Columbia, oh, you'd... Nobody in Shaughnessy's watching right now. They got nothing else to do, man. Probably taking their dogs for walks at like 4:45 in the morning. This is a top 10 post of all time in the San Diego subreddit. Okay, because you're posting it, Librarian, I'm going to read it. Dog culture getting a little ridiculous. Spotted at the Mission Valley Costco today. It is it's a dog in the Costco, and it's not... It doesn't have the vest on or anything. It says he's like blue collar. Latino Daddy 305 on Reddit says, I tried taking a woman on a date once. Her prerequisite was that her dog had to be with us at the restaurant. Reply, I had a date where she showed up with her dog to see a movie. Listen, man, that's fucked up, but it's fucking funny. That's some funny shit. Would you disagree with that? I doubt it. Dog at the movie is a crazy vibe. I didn't even think about that. We're gonna lose, man. I don't have shit. No, nothing's happening. I don't know, man. I still feel like dogs are like mostly chill. I saw you at Granville and Smythe yesterday, but I was too shy to say hi. You dodged a bullet because I was not there. That was another guy. It's rare these days to catch me downtown. It happens. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that was not me. Sorry to this man. He could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Might have been the road rage guy. I saw you at Whole Foods 3 years ago, but didn't care enough to say hi. That checks out. That could have easily been me. Damn, dude, we don't have shit for fucking brains, huh? Give me an imp and save some money. We're gonna go imp mode. We're gonna go static on the fucking wizards or whatever. That could have been John Sockers, yeah, but he's like, you'd know him if you saw him. I'm getting my ass kicked. I would like a bomber and then to buy more space. I saw you on link deleted. I can only imagine what that's supposed to say. Can I just be honest with you? This is an end run situation. Like, I just didn't have anything going on. For that, give me King of Nothing. I think I deserve it, man. That run was cooked. Check your perks. Nah, that's a problem for the next guy, I think. How about a... Give me a Paladin, a highly defensive melee troop. Give me a bomber. I like it. I get so much mileage out of that's for the next guy. As long as you're the next guy, you can say it. You don't want to say that's a problem for the next guy, and then you find out that the next guy was like, you know, your wife. Because that gives bad vibes. I was thinking about that yesterday when I opened some cat food, but then I didn't break down the box and put it in the recycling. I was like, I'll do that tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure when I go upstairs, it's going to be all done, and I'm going to have to be like, whoops. But to be fair... Kate, let's be honest. She did it in the morning. Thank you for doing that. We were both really tired yesterday. We were deservedly too. We were really tired yesterday. I think that's a situation where it's okay. But thank you for doing that. Women are heroes. I appreciate that. It's okay. Yes! I want static. I want... Interesting. I want 99 gold coins, though. Early shop, early momentum. Static on bombers? Or probably on archers. Don't give her the ick. Nah, we're chill. My wife's been glazing me lately. It's nice, man. I would recommend it. 2% attack damage to troops and constructions. Farm is good too. What do you mean? Are you guys so millennial you don't even know what glazing means? It's a sad story, man. Proletarian, don't play into their game. You know how millennials are. Oh my god! I just realized all the chat behavior that annoys me, I can literally stop it by just saying it's millennial energy. Oh my god! Why have I never thought of this before? Oh, deliberately misconstruing a sentence to make it as sexual as possible? Okay, Michael Scott, millennial ass energy. It's literally OP, dude. You're done, bud. That's like, don't you hate it when millennials, you're trying to like have a conversation, but you said something that like in the most distant sense of the word could be misconstrued as sexual, and they go, oh, really? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what she said. That's like definitely, that's how you know someone's a millennial, man. 100%. My lord, the prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. You have 20 gold or less. That might be a problem. But I love the setup we got right here. That shit is annoying. It's very, and this is now me being honest instead of just trying to affect your behavior. It's very Reddit coded when you're like you're trying to have a conversation about something that's like meaningful to you, and then they reply with like a pun or something like that. And you're like, bro, you could just say like, I don't have anything to say about that. You don't have to be like, here's the first joke that came to mind that sucks ass. You could just say, wow, that's interesting. You don't have to be like, that reminds me. Anyway, you get the idea. You're done. You're literally dead. I don't have anything meaningful to say. Well, then maybe fucking, like, improve the quality of your internal monologue, bro. Give me a scout's tower. I like the idea of bombers that don't die when they explode, maybe, but I don't know. Put scout's tower down first. Grobzilla, it's crazy. We used to have a chatter here way back in the day named Grobzula. Hope they're doing all right. Grobzilla, though. I haven't really thought about that in a long time. Only real ones remember. I believe Grobzula was famous for having 2 great shields, like dual-wielding 2 great shields in Dark Souls, PvP. That's why I remember them. Let me see. Slash user Grob. There's Grobzilla. Grobzula? Previously subbed for 2 months. 1 message in chat. 2 resinous. No. That's not that. There's a. Hang on. Grob. Maybe it's with an O too. Grobzula. 0 messages. Account. Dude! Oh, the Uber Lurker! 1 second. Do I win these? Do I win these? We win these. Account created December 26, 2011. Following since July 14th, 2013. Previously subbed for 4 months. 0 messages lifetime in chat. Holy shit, dude. That's amazing. Diamond hands. That's crazy. They must have chatted on YouTube back in the day. Oh, it's pre-chat archives too. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, upgraded castle. We need the support, I think. First time message would go crazy. People don't remember, man. Well, I mean, you literally might have been like 10 when this happened. YouTube streams used to be so funny back in the day. Literally, it would take so long. Like, YouTube chat wouldn't send messages as they were typed. They would wait until there was like the queue was full, and then they would flood them all into chat simultaneously. Just an unbelievable solution. So it would come in, it would load in chunks, exactly. So you would get like 50 messages that came in all at exactly the same time. I'm gonna go with precision on our bombers here. 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. That seems crazy. That seems awesome. Upgrade the blacksmith. First hit is always critical. Upgrade a random plot. I love that for me. So we used to tell people, like, if you want to chat, literally just tweet us instead of chat in the YouTube chat. And then we would keep, like, TweetDeck open with a filter so that we could use hashtags to see what people were live chatting. I know it sounds horrible, but, like, those were the constraints you were working with back then. It was a different time, man. There's no doubt about that. It was a different time. As I recall, it was a foreign film. I think we want castle. I was going to say an expansion is guaranteed here. I think we want to expand close to our blacksmith. You want to hear a joke about women or Canada? Okay, Faint Bunny, let's start with the Canada joke. I'm ready. Things have chilled down a little bit. We're ready for some banter. This looks bad. Or is it? Oh. Okay, that's a funny joke. Canada sucks because one half speaks French and the other half lets them. It's offensive, but the bluntness of the joke really actually adds a little bit to it. I'll give you that. Let me take a peek at this for a second. 2% attack damage. I did not say let's hear the joke about women. You're entitled to post it if you want, but I'm also entitled to ban you if it's bad. That's a recycled joke from Reddit. That's fine. It made me laugh a little bit. And you know from my glazing, I support Quebec more than the average Anglophile. I guess I'm not an Anglophile, I'm an Anglophone. You've seen me play Scrandle. Hang on. You got him. You got him. Never mind, we're getting our ass beat. Steel coat. Here's my idea. 2 cards after every battle. Steel coat on the bombers. See if they don't explode. Have they posted the joke? I don't know, man. I've been waiting so long. No, maybe they're still typing it. All right, I'm gonna say it. I have to say I don't think this one is as good, Faint Bunny. Why did the 2 women cancel their sushi date? Because there was no man to pay the bill. I have to say that I get what you're going for with the joke. I don't even think it's that offensive. It just doesn't have a... there's no punch to it. It's giving... like... bitter... Yes, it's giving bitter energy. Thank you. And not just because it's offensive, because it's not even really offensive. It's very, like... a milquetoast level of offense. I'm like more offended as a comedian than as a guy who respects women, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Hang on, I'm getting my ass beat, man. I'm getting my ass beat endlessly. Maybe King of Greed is the play? Check your perks. Oh, yeah. Creates a ray that insta-kills target. Golden enemies drop gold. Alright. Yeah, that's right. You have to play manually to get the gold? Well, that's just simply not going to happen, so... We're going to go Thief here. Yeah, let's go Thief there. I do like a beacon, but I also like a blacksmith. I'm gonna go soldier here. I think we got a good start. This one, I'm not impressed with. I don't think we want to fuck with that. I think we want to go beacon down right there and get it started. Can we have a comedy session where chat drops jokes and it's like joke boat? You could just start streaming. I can't stop you from doing that. Sure, man. All active troops gain 2 stacks of Midas touch. That's early enough it might matter. Why do I... Oh, these are the cards in my hand. No, they're not the cards in my hand. Yes, they are the cards in my hand. That was a bug. Okay. We're going to take Flamethrower, but I don't think we put it down yet. I think we go Midas Touch on the Thieves. Could be like a millennial Kill Tony. Wait, wait, what's Kill Tony though? What's their generate? Are they Gen X? I'll go Dispenser. They're Gen X, okay. I've never seen Kill Tony. Do they talk about how, like, when they were kids, the slides were, like, made of metal and shit? They used to drink from the hose? By year 9, it would be nice to be broke. Okay, understandable. How's the slide thing going anyway? We're having a hard time getting our schedules to link up. We're playing hard to get, unfortunately. We can make this. We can make this happen. We're not going to make this happen. We're going to take 1 damage. The game is so fucking hard now! Archer me there. Is that the show that's like, you killed Tony, you bastards? Is that the one? This time we make it. We take those. Spencer me. Well, yeah, we need the damage, man. My lord, it is time to wage war against another king. And King of Nature helps us grow. King of Greed is so ass? Nah, bro, you just gotta check the perks. I guarantee it. That's South Park and it's Kenny. You know what? Maybe we've circled around to the point where actually explaining the joke is funny again. Because you got me laughing with that one. I would like to clone you. Yeah, what if Peter was the one explaining the joke? I think you guys are right. You actually gave me a great coping mechanism when I see something on Reddit that annoys me. I just go, oh, these are bots that are karma farming. And then that makes it... It makes it hurt less. Or we're definitely going to lose HP on this one. South Park OST is really good. Yeah, I know. I was alive when it came out. Not to be rude. Hang on. To live, we're going to need something like that. We're going to need to roll. Scapegoat. Passive backline unit. If killed in battle, generates 3 gold. I don't think we can afford to rock that. We have bombers. Your thieves, soldiers, and archers. Could always just put another unit out there. We want to be... broke. I'm not gonna. I could reroll and get to 20 less gold. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. A bomber, and then level up the beacon for me, please. Can I use that IRL too? I said this in the Discord, and some people krungoed it, and some people rightfully understood that it's actually a genius coping mechanism. Because I'll tell you that the reason it came up was because people were discussing my idea, which is genius and should win a Nobel Prize in sociology, which I don't think the prize has even been originated yet, but that you should not, they should make it policy that you not grab a seat in the food court until you have your food, okay? That was my thesis. Because then the tables could be preserved for people who already have their food and can then eat, instead of people who are waiting for their food to come so they can eat. And then people, as far as I'm concerned, they get lost in the woods. Well, people wouldn't follow. We can't enforce that. What are they going to do? Have cops at the mall? If you put up a sign, people will just ignore it. I'm like, you know what the secret is? If ignore the sign. And I do this all the time. If someone violates an unspoken rule or even a spoken rule of social behavior that elevates themselves at the expense of the crowd, I just imagine them burning in hell forever. I don't have the power to send them to hell, but in my head, in my imagination, I imagine them like with cartoon flames around them going like, ah! Ah! And then you're like, well, big whoop, man. If you really want to go to hell, if you want to break the rules and then suffer for eternity, by all means, or something like that. That sounds like a lot of hate to carry around. People who are selfish love to say shit like that. They love to say like, hey man, holding a grudge is like swallowing poison and expecting your enemy to die. Nah, dude. For a second, I imagine you burning in hell, and I smile to myself and I laugh a little bit, and then I go about the rest of my day. You're the dude who has to live with being an asshole for the rest of your fucking life. I don't know what's going to happen for eternity. I'm an atheist. I don't believe that hell exists. But I do imagine the people who do stuff like that burning there. Because it's like a coping mechanism for me to be like, they are getting some spiritual comeuppance for making society slightly worse. They're not even really being penalized. They're only being penalized in my imagination. You just imagine them burning in hell. Okay, maybe we're going to pay attention to perks on the King of Blood this time. Perk. I have 2 perks. Start with an imp card in your hand per rank. Start with a demon's altar in a random corner. All summons are 10% stronger. Tower, okay, well, you know what? An imp and a demon's altar, please, sire. Let's try it. You don't have to, like, you know, agree with me for the record. That being said, I think I'm right. Go with some imps here. Dude, this is a crazy start then. There's some more troops out there. Anyway. How about a cemetery, man? A lot of good stuff in there, but a cemetery seems like the play here. I would like to have an overinvest card in my hand, and then the imps can explode when killed. Thank you. I was telling my wife, and I think this is fucking real, man. Doubles the maximum quantity of pagoda summoned imps? Huge. You know how Ben Affleck says the best part of my day is like going to Matt Damon's house? Which I get it, they're like good friends or whatever. Best part of my day is hearing from upstairs my wife say, I got you lunch. And then for the next like hour and a little bit, I get to be like, oh, I wonder what it is, man. I wonder what it is. And then the best part is, I go upstairs, and no matter what it is, I'm always like, yes! Lunch from a restaurant! It's so sick. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is I think Ben Affleck might be gay for Matt Damon, bro. Is that part of the subtext of Good Will Hunting? That's big. That's big for a guy like me. I'm from Boston, and yes. That's a funny comment. They were roommates. Sometimes lunch from a restaurant sucks, though. I eat it and I go, well, I could have made that. I don't know, that's skill difference. I'm usually like pretty jazzed when I eat food from a restaurant. Even like Kate will tell you, the worst thing I've ever said about food at a restaurant is it's not that good. Like if I say it's okay, that basically means like this is worse than 95% of restaurants out there. And even still, I finish my plate and I leave the restaurant and I go, that was a nice time. Nah, you're not gonna get me. Hey, any chance my wizards would like choose to attack? Or is that like, okay, well, maybe not. Maybe they're not interested, man. About some bombers? It's time to wage war against the king of nature. Because he can give us more units, so we put them on imps, we summon more imps. Also, like, sorry, Chibli, I came up with a goated rhetorical technique, okay? Also known as a logical fallacy, but Chibli, if, you know, we're streamers, we can admit, chat annoys us sometimes. The themes of chat, the overarching themes of chat that annoy you, you can literally neutralize them by just calling them millennial. You could, anything that bothers you, just say, wow, very millennial coded, and then they get self-conscious and they stop because they don't want to be associated with my generation. It's actually like a dream come true. So what I was gonna say is, you sound like a middle-aged man saying, I only eat at restaurants where I can't cook the food myself at home. But what I'm gonna say instead is, wow, that's millennial energy, only going out to a restaurant where you don't know how to cook the food they serve. And then you're gonna stop saying that shit. You're gonna recognize that sometimes it's just nice to go out to a restaurant. Also, you're the one who ordered the burger, so like, what do you could order something a little different off the menu if you want to be, stop ordering burgers then, if you want to eat something you can't make at home. That's crazy. Anybody in chat know what a tome card is? What do? You double the HP of the card on the target. They're spells. Tomes are spells. They're enchantments. A tome! Yeah, a tome! Polly Walnuts if he was a wizard. Let's try it, man. But wait, if I destroy this plot, it doesn't say, like, raise the building. Is this gonna make it impossible to build anything there? No, it'll only off the dudes. Okay. That's really interesting, man. That's really interesting. In that case, let's clone imps. Let's go imp mode. And then put imps down here. So we got that under control. Cemetery's level 3. Let's get a demon's altar leveled, and then let's add more units to this so that their HP is, when it's doubled, it doubles across more units. Does sound like an episode of the History Channel's original reality competition show, Forged in Fire. Let me think about this. Farm? Yeah, I could live with a farm. And then probably leave. We're plotless right now. Like a Michael Bay movie. Clearly spoken as someone who's not seen The Island. I'm hoping you buff imps, though. Pretty millennial reference. See, I don't have to worry about being a millennial. A, because I'm a driver of culture. I'm a tastemaker, so I can behave in whichever way that I choose and spread my influence throughout the internet world, if not meat space. And B, because I'm a millennial, so I don't mind being called a millennial. That doesn't bother a fella such as myself. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna take offering. You're Gen X? I'm not Gen X. I take offense to that. Take a lot of offense to that. Better watch your mouth. Something here. Offer on this. Wow! Yeah, we got the formula now. Can we stop putting people in little boxes? Nope! Don't think so. Really want an assassin troop. Let me see. Who's doing a lot of damage? Imps are doing a lot of damage, man. The Midas Touch could go crazy. Man in the Box, by the way. That's a good point. That's a very Gen X reference. That's Alice in Chains, man. Bomber Carnage. We want imps. We want imps for sure. Enemies killed can be summoned back to life as allies. Can you please read Chibley's movie idea? Chibley, does this chatter speak for you? / user Chibley. I made up a movie where 2 pilots fall in love, but they are long distance. Then on 9/11 anniversary, they steal 2 planes to meet up, but no one knows, so the whole world freaks out, and the movie's called A Date to Remember. I could see that being like one of those movies, and I do mean offense. This is offensive, and I mean it offensively. I see that as being one of those movies where like r/movies upvotes the idea of the movie to like one of the top posts of the year with like 40,000 upvotes, and then it's like it has like Keanu Reeves and Nicolas Cage starring as the pilots, and then when it comes out, it opens in like 4 theaters worldwide and never expands. And has like a, I'm going to say 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not even bad. And then the critical consensus is something like a charming and quirky film that relies a little too much on the charisma of the lead actors, but still marks a idiosyncratic addition to Nicolas Cage's filmography, or something like that. So that's my way of saying like I like it. Demon Altar. You ever dislike a movie, then you go to our movies and every post is about how good it is? Pisses me off. I have like the opposite thing. Not to frame this deliberately in a way that makes me look like a better movie enjoyer than the average individual. This is gonna sound crazy, man. What are you? You're imps? I think I'm gonna mangle you for a second just to buff, like just so I can destroy you next time. I have the opposite problem, which is I saw Decision to Leave, and I was like, damn, this movie's good as fuck. And then like on r/movies, everybody was like, the main character is kind of a dickhead. It made the movie really hard to watch. That really took me out. That shit was pissing me the fuck off. 1 second, this is the year of the blessing, man. That's the point? I know, King! I know! You and me know, okay? They don't get it, man. They still, I don't know. They still think that the protagonist in the movie has to be a good guy. I don't get it. You gotta go to the moon, bro. Okay, that's big. You're about to double HP, right? So let's spend to raise your stats by 15% so that when it doubles more. I'll never forget that Reddit comment. It did piss me off. They were like, I really wanted to like this movie, but I couldn't get over the fact that the main character cheated on his wife for like the whole movie. And you're like, you looked up the synopsis of the movie before you downloaded that shit on like coolmovies.com, right? The synopsis is like a police officer cheats on his wife and deals with the consequences. Like, why did you fucking choose to watch the movie then if that's a problem? Doesn't make any damn sense, man. Cemetery's already goaded. Let's go imp mode. Are you... You're only level 2. Maybe I should have just leveled you last turn. Or the turn before. Someone called it Korean Scott Pilgrim. That's insane. That doesn't even make any sense. He literally only fights one evil ex-boyfriend. It doesn't make any sense. Let's get unit explodes when killed. Put that on the imps, man. It's lower down in the same comment. It's just, it's wild, man. I don't know. But it does go kind of hard to suggest that, like, if someone likes a movie that you don't like, that they're actually, like, a bad person or possibly a criminal. It's really hard to counter that line of reasoning. So I understand. It's like, it's OP. We want a thief. I gotta think about this. We'll probably be cloning and placing an imp this turn. And then maybe... I don't know, maybe a beacon to improve the quality of some imps in the future. You literally said that people who didn't date anyone at 30 are serial killers? No, that's not what I said. I said that when you're... No, Chiblee, don't listen. When you're like 22, being divorced is like a bit of a red flag. But if you're... And people really don't like this take, so but I like poking the bear, so I think that I don't... You didn't have to twist my arm too much to get me to say it, but I do think that, like, if you're in your 40s, it's more of a red flag if someone has never been in a serious long-term relationship or married than it is if they're divorced. Like 1 in 3 to 1 in 2 middle-aged people is divorced. It's like at least at that point, someone has said, I'll take a chance on this person. And then maybe they got a ways into it and went, nah, this ain't for me. But like they saw potential, man. They like invested in you a little bit. You said 30? Did I say 30 before? I thought I said 40 before because I was trying to make sure that it applied to Justin. Because I thought he could take a joke. You said 35 before? I think I said 40 before. I think you guys are remembering what you want to hear. But, you know, there's like a database out there of every word I've ever said on stream. So let's, you know, let's test it, man. You said 30 on the first day. You said 40 on the next day. I can live with that. I'm going to say bombers have their... And I'm going to say summons are 50% stronger because we'd be summoning a lot of demons in this bitch. So if you're 30, it's fine. Well, it's not as bad as 40. I'm just trying not to make anybody have like a generational crash out in like their home life or whatever. The librarian video is NL rants about unmarried 30-year-olds. Yeah, librarian like lies in the title and the thumbnail all the time. It's literally like how you do YouTube properly. I'm not saying I could have said 30, but the title is not evidence. Hang on, I gotta make peace. I think we want more. Spells are ass, man. Ah, but there was the goated destruction spell. Then I clicked on it anyway. He got the Midas touch, but he touched it too much. Maybe it's time for us to put the beacon down finally. Slide update. I need to check my email. I'm hoping to have a phone call with them later today. Let me see. Oh, today at 3 p.m. totally works. Let's go, man. Last weekend, I took pictures of the broken slides. And the reason I did it is because I didn't want, I want no friction. I don't want to be on the phone call and then the person that I'm talking to is saying something like, well, send me some pictures of the slides and then we'll circle back. Because that could add 2 more weeks to the overhead here and we're burning summertime basically. Like we're getting real close. So I took pictures of it in advance. So if they're like, well, we need to examine the condition of the slides, I'll be like, check this out. Check your email inbox right the frick now. I sent it over 5 minutes before the phone call even started. So that we're not dragging our heels bureaucratically here. Now just tell me how many hundreds of thousands of dollars it's going to cost to put a $500 slide in this playground, please. I want 9 more troops here. Beacon. Imp. Bomber. Fuck. Being a Karen works? Yeah. I mean, I think being like a squeaky wheel. That's what I would call it. I wouldn't call it Karen. I'd be a squeaky wheel. Also, Karen energy, I don't feel like is everybody who's annoying. Everybody who's annoying is not a Karen. It's a Karen when you're entitled. Give me this. Now, do I feel entitled to a functional slide? Yeah, for 2 reasons. One is I pay my property tax the day I get the letter every year. Actually, I have it 2 times a year. Secondly, I mean, my playground had a slide when I was a kid. Now my kid doesn't get a slide. Why? Doesn't make it, it's too expensive to make slides? That's like living in the caveman days and they like invented the wheel 2 generations ago and they're like, wheels are too expensive to make. Bitch, it should be all wheels by now. What the fuck? This bitch should be covered in wheels. There should be slides you shouldn't be able to shake a stick without hitting like 10 slides these days. What do you mean we can't make them? They were making them with leftover corrugated iron from building the Empire State Building back in the day. The shit was like adjusted for inflation. It was like $1 billion a kilo for steel. Nowadays, we can make like bioplastic in a petri dish and we can't get a fucking slide at the playground? It doesn't make any damn sense. Anyway, imp me. Anyway, insurance has ruined everything. That is actually true. You can't do like shit anymore without people being like, but liability. Either way, my demons mog you. I hate the rule of law. I hate the rule of law! I hate the rule of law! Let's double the quality of our imps, man. This is probably like we must be winning because the game's slowing down to like 2 frames per second. But like, this must be an oversimplification of the legal system. But I want to say it should be harder to sue somebody. Like, I feel like you should be able, like if someone... It's not fair to say this, but I'm like, if I shovel snow, but the walk is a little bit icy, and someone slips on the ice, maybe they should sue their own ass for buying bad shoes for the wintertime. You gotta, like, you can't take all the, it's inconceivable to take all the danger out of life in all ways. You know, that just seems like it's a little crazy to me. I shovel my walk. I don't do it because I'm worried about being sued. I do it because people got to go places. It's called being a good neighbor. But like, if I end up getting sued for everything I'm worth because like an icicle fell off the top branch of the tree adjacent to our house in the middle of winter, and they were like looking straight up when it happened and it went through their eyeball, I'm picturing you burning in hell. Right now, I made this person up and I'm picturing them being, the flames of hell are licking their skin right now. That's disingenuous. I think that suing me for my life's work because of an accident that you were part and parcel to, that makes you a bad person, and I'm imagining you burning in hell. I'm going vampirism on my good imps. Becky with the good imps. Is their skin melting off? No, but it's like the gif, not of the dog in the chair that says this is fine. But have you ever seen the like really low-res gif of the skeleton in hell, and the skeleton only has like 2 different poses that it's oscillating between? It's like that one. More vampirism. Probably don't need Midas touch at this stage of my life. Quick roll, quick wild card. Why are you on your Catholic arc? Get it twisted. God is dead and we killed him or whatever. What is it? No, I just think, I don't believe in God, but I think that the human spirit is real. But I think we gave it to ourselves. And we're slowly trying to take it away from ourselves, which I find decroded. But anyway. We got that fucker good. What are you yapping about? I don't know. People ask me questions and then I just like talk, man. Just happens like that from time to time. No AI crash out today? Well, like people keep asking me, like, hey NL, did you see that like Google video AI? This is like a victim blaming thing. They said, you see that Google video AI of them at the technology conference, but everything in the video was AI generated? And I went, well, I saw it and I was like impressed with the technology, but like it doesn't bother me because I guess I'm just the type of fucker that's not like going around to YouTube and being like, hey, a video of a dude I don't know at a technology conference. I gotta see this. I'm just kind of like, I'm not watching that shit. The guy who doesn't watch anything, not technically true because I do watch some stuff, but guy who doesn't just let the algorithm dictate what he's seeing, we stay winning, man. We stay winning. Justin's stream was 100% created by real American patriots, man. This time we own the champion of greed. What's all this then? Oh shit! Your kingdom has thrived. I told you we're not ass at this, man. Okay, slash marker. Call that 9 kings 2.